Okay, risk reward of 1 to 4. Oh, that was nice. Today we're going to put to the test one of the most crazy trading strategies that I've found that supposedly has made over $200,000 in the last 3 months. But is this real or is it pure marketing? Let's test it out. And before we dive straight in, don't forget the massive discount coupon that you got for Forex Tester Online back down in the description. The video we're going to be watching today is from Trading Lab, and obviously you can have this video back down in the description in case you want to check it out by yourself or rewatch it or whatever. And let's see what it's all about.
I have made $213,000.
$213,000 in 3 months. We need to check this out.
In the past 3 months of trading, and I didn't use any fancy indicators, no random trend lines, just pure price action, baby. You see, every single day something very specific happens at the open and close of the market, and if you get good at spotting it, you can make a ton of money. Step 1. First, you need to get on a charting platform. If you don't yet have one, I like to use TradingView.
Check. We are going to use Forex Tester Online because it has more features, more data, and you can analyze your strategy.
I'll leave a link in the description. Once you're on your charting platform, go to the 1 hour time frame. Next, you're going to mark out the previous trading day. On this chart, this whole area was yesterday's price action. Next, you're going to mark the previous day's low and the previous day's high. The reason why we're doing this is because there's lots of liquidity resting above and below these areas.
This is completely true. At the end of the day, most orders, stop losses, take profits and all that tend to go to the high and the low of the previous day's low or high. And this is why this strategy can be really powerful, because at the end of the day, we are entering when most of the people are leaving their positions. And if there's been a lot of volume placed on the high or the low, when the actual price gets there and drops all this volume, it tends to revert. This is the actual idea.
To understand liquidity, you can think of it as areas with large open orders in the market. It's basically just an area with a lot of stop losses and buy orders. Or in other words, lots of money. Step number 2. Once price has broken the previous day's high or low, you're gonna go from the 1 hour time frame to the 5 minute time frame. If price broke the previous day's low, you would be looking for longs. If price breaks the previous day's high, you would be looking for shorts. In this case, price broke the previous day's low, so we'll be looking for long trade. Now, we don't want to simply enter a long trade just because it broke the low. We first want confirmation. Once price breaks the previous day's low, you want it to immediately do a break of structure to the upside, which is just...
Here's the thing, the market structure can be a bit tricky because I can see a different market structure point here, and it is this one just here, especially because it's the last one before this impulse, because this one wouldn't be valid because it's not actually in the liquidity zone as he mentions. But I personally would take this zone here more than this one up here. Obviously this is a fancy pick, he's cherry picked this example to actually show you the example, but at the end of the day we must be conscious that the market structure, a lot of people can see it differently, and maybe he's not actually cherry picking it as so, and maybe it's how he actually sees the market structure. In this case, I see it down here at this level here. Obviously the last market structure is this one here, but this one is like the valid one because it's inside the zone.
Just a break of the previous high. But an important step, you have to make sure this break of structure occurs above the liquidity. If it did something like this, where it did a break of structure, but it was below the liquidity, this would not count. It has to do the break of structure above the liquidity. Another important note, when it does this break of structure, a candle must close above the previous high. If it just wicks above it like this would also not count. So just to make it extremely clear, for step number 2, you must get a break of structure that not only occurs above the liquidity, but also a candle that closes above the previous high, which in this case, it does both of those.
So simple and easy, we need to find the daily high and low, and once we've identified them, we'll wait for the price to either break higher or lower, and then come back, create a break of structure inside the liquidity, and the candle that is actually doing this break of structure needs to close. I think this is the actual principle of the entire strategy. Let's see if we can find anything else we need to know. Okay, this is interesting. What is this? I think this is an imbalance, a fair value gap.
A bullish fair value gap. Wait for price to come down to this fair value gap. Once price gets here, we move to the next step. enter the trade. Stop loss below the lows, and you're gonna set your take profit at the previous day's high we marked before. And
okay, simple. I think this is actual complete strategy. We can see the break of structure happening here. Price closes above this break of structure and inside of our liquidity. So then we get this fair value gap in 5 minutes. And now the price drops into the fair value gap and goes up to the previous high. So I think this is everything we need to actually start backtesting this strategy. I would love to drop me a comment back down below if you think this is going to be profitable or not. I have some high hopes on this one because at the end of the day, it's based on liquidity, and liquidity always tends to have a good outcome. So let's test it out in Forex Tester Online. And again, don't forget you have a massive discount back down in the description. And let's start off. I'm on the pound against the dollar, and on one side I have the 1 hour time frame, on the other side I have the 5 minute time frame. So let's start playing this out. So first of all, what we need to do is mark out our zones in terms of the high of the previous day and the low of the previous day. So then we've got marked them out. Now we just need to wait for the price to actually break through one of these zones. Perfect, it's gone through. We'll go back to the 5 minute time frame. Simple and easy. And now what we need to look at, basically the market structure that we are going to aim to break. So I think I'm going to be looking at this zone here, because obviously this is quite choppy and it's more as one single push. So let's go forward. Let's see if we get any other market structure levels. There we go. We have another one here. It's inside, so it is completely valid. So let's see if we get anything cool happening here. Okay, it looks like it's going to go through. Perfect. It's actually gone through. It has gone through. Okay, and it has closed above our liquidity level. So basically this would actually be our zone. And what we can find as well is a nice imbalance here, a nice fair value gap. I'm going to highlight it right here so you can see it. There we go. Okay, that's our actual fair value gap. We don't have any other ones down here. These have been all covered. So basically we'll be entering the position if the price approaches this level again. And it looks like it does. So in this case, we'll be opening our buy limit right here. So let's place our buy limit there. And our stop loss is going to be below the actual low of the movement. We're going to set a 1% here. And our take profit is going to go really high up to this level here above. So this is actually a 1 to 5 risk reward. So hey, that is some good numbers. Healthy numbers. Obviously, I don't know if this is going to be consistent, but it looks quite interesting. So let's see how this trade performs. Okay, it looks like it could go to a stop loss. Let's see how it. Okay, that's looking good. We already need to nearly to 1 to 2 risk reward, and he doesn't say about protecting any positions or doing any type of trailing stop, so we're not going to do that. So okay, we have another nice dip here. Oh, look at this one. This is beautiful. Okay, it's going up, it's going up. Let's see. Perfect. With our first take profit with a risk reward of 125 on the first trade in January of 2026. So hey, this is excellent. This is how we want to start a backtest, because at the end of the day, this is looking good. So let's go to the next trading day. So basically we just scroll through here. Perfect. And now what we're going to do is mark our high again and our low down here. Perfect. Now we've got this situation. Let's go perfect. Let's go perfect. Okay, it's crossed through. And now what we're looking at, basically we are going to be looking at this level down here. Okay, because this is a level that's actually pushed the price through. And if it breaks down, we could have some confirmation that it's actually going to come down, because this level here is outside of the liquidity, so we're not going to be interested in that. So let's see if we get anything cool happening here. We can as well actually check out that this pushed even higher, so we can update this here, because at the end of the day, it's still inside our level. Let's see if we get anything happening down here. Okay, it's pushed through. Perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. And as well, what we can see here, it's quite small, but it looks nice, is this fair value gap. Just say as well, if you have any issues finding fair value gaps, we can come here to indicators, to adaptive, and we can search fair value gap, and you'll be able to see we get the fair value gaps right here. Obviously this marks out all the fair value gaps, and at the end of the day, well, I don't want to see them all right at the moment, so I'm not going to use this indicator. I prefer to mark them out myself. But if you have any issues, at the end of the day, it's a really good tool to actually use. So we have this fair value gap here. Let's see if we get any interactions with this. At the end of the day, it looks like it's not having too many. What we can see here actually is something interesting, and I actually missed it, so I'm not going to count it in. But here we did have this push inside below, and we do have a small fair value gap marked out here. Okay, it's really small, it's really hard to actually see, and the price did come into it and drop down, but obviously I didn't see it live, so I'm not going to take this trade. But as you can see, it does look quite interesting, and the price actually did drop quite low, maybe not to the previous low, but it did actually get to this point here, so it is quite interesting to actually check out. But let's go to the next day, because obviously we couldn't take that trade because I didn't see it live. Things that happen, if I can't see it live on Backtest, I'm not going to see it live when I'm actually trading the market, so unless I've got a lot of experience with this single trading strategy. But obviously how we're testing it out, well, it's something that can happen. And as always, all the backtests that I do on this channel are going to be completely legit. And if I don't see a trade live while I'm backtesting it, then I'm not going to take it. But let's see if we get anything more interesting happening over here. Okay, the price has come down. So basically, this is what we are looking for. And we have this market structure here, this market structure level here. They are small market structure levels. So I'll probably be more looking at this level here to actually look for the actual breakout. Let's see if we get any more approaches, maybe a lower low, and actually then break this market structure. Okay, we are going lower. Perfect. That's exactly what we'll be looking for. This is a nice market structure level here, so we can take this one there. Let's see if the price closes above. It closes above magically, but we don't have any fair value gaps. What we do have is a small fair value gap. That is this one here. Right at the moment, this one is a fair value gap, so we could take this one in consideration as it might get touched. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a buy position here at this sell limit here. Okay, right at the end of this fair value gap, because at the end of the day, it is a fair value gap. It is above the zone. The candle did close above, so it's all valid to enter. So let's set this to a 1% risk, and the stop loss is going to go below the low, obviously just a little bit above as always, and the take profit, just going to set it here and we'll correct it right in a minute, placing it right here above at another 1 to 5 risk reward. So let's see if this trade enters. It does enter, and it looks like, ooh, that's gone close to the stop loss, and it finally hits a stop loss. Completely natural, it happens, especially when we're going with a so high risk reward. At the end of the day, with a 1 to 5, we only need to win like say 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10 trades, so anything above that is a win. But what we're going to do is we're going to go to the next trading day, and let's see how it performs. So there we go, mark our low and our high. Let's see if the price comes below. It does come below, so perfect. As well, we are actually trading most of the time in Asia or the start of the London session. Must keep that in mind as well, in case it doesn't actually match with your time zone. And what we can see here is basically that the price came low, created a new higher low, and created a new higher low, and then a lower low, and then has broken the market structure here above. So in a sense, we do have something valid here, as well as we do have this fair value gap that I can mark out right there. So if the price approaches this, we'll be entering a long position. Let's see what it does. Okay, it's created another small fair value gap here that is virtually filled. Let's see if it comes below again, and it does touch our level. Okay, it does touch our level, so we are going to be entering in this buy position. Let's see how this one turns out. Obviously, this has got a really small stop loss of 4. I'm going to leave it at 4 pips. So I don't have high hopes on this one, to be honest, because at the end of the day, the take profit is going to be really high up. I mean, it's going to be a massive risk reward if it does turn out. But I don't have high hopes on this one, because we're looking at a risk reward of 1 to 16. I mean, that is completely insane, and I don't think this is going to turn out very well. Look, I mean, just here we can see that right at the moment the price is already at risk reward of 1 to 1, and honestly, with this small, yeah, that's exactly what I thought was going to happen, especially when we're working with a so high risk reward. We can't expect these trades to go out really well every single day. I mean, if we get one a month like this, would be massive, because at the end of the day, it's just a so high risk reward. And it would be interesting if we actually do a more extended backtest on this strategy to actually include break-evens, because at the moment we're not including break-evens, we're not including trading stops or anything like that. And it would be really interesting, especially if we've got a risk reward of 1 to 16. I mean, who hell wouldn't trail that stop loss, because at the end of the day, we've got maybe a 1 to 5 already in positive, and it can go to stop loss. I mean, who's going to risk a 1 to 5? I mean, that just doesn't make any sense at all. And if we do a future backtest in this, If you would like a more extended backtest on this strategy, drop it back down in the comments. But 100%, we need to trail that stop loss in some way, either break even or trading it every 10, 15 pips, whatever. But we need to do something like that. But let's see how this day turns out. Okay, I've gone just a bit far here. We do have an actual spike below, and let's see, our market structure level is this one here. So let's see if it actually, okay, it hasn't closed above, so it's not valid. That's made me happy because it dropped straight down below. Okay, the price keeps coming below, and now our level is this one here. Let's see if we actually get some type of break in again. Okay, looks like we could get something. We have got something here. Look at this, beautiful. Look at this beauty. Okay, now what we need to look at is this fair value gap here. Okay, this nice fair value gap there. That's just sitting there waiting for us to enter. We would have entered the trade right there. So basically what we're going to do is place our buy stop right just here, just below this level there. Perfect. Now our stop loss is going to go right down here, right at the low of all this push. And the take profit, as always, is going to go to the high of our previous day. That is going to be right up here to a risk reward of 1 to 2. So this is more of a normal risk reward, and I've just gone too fast from this one. I've just fucked up here, but we can see it hit the stop loss, just hit the stop loss, and then went up. That's a complete shame. We can see here that completely went through it. Shit happens, especially when we've got a really positive risk reward strategy. So it is what it is, and this is a great thing of these videos, that you can actually see the reality of these trading strategies. That at the end of the day, when you actually check them out online, obviously most of the setups are cherry picked, and it gives you the feeling that you are gonna have a really positive trading strategy, and then the outcome is completely different. But in any case, let's see how this one turns out now. Right at the moment, we're waiting for the price to cook through, and it actually did do it here. You can see here how it just went below and blasted through the most of the day. So here's the thing, right at the moment we have massive fair value gap sitting here, and I don't think the price is going to come back down after this push, and it's probably going to go first to this end up here. And if it does, then obviously we are not going to be able to enter the trade. As we can see here, it did come to this fair value gap, but obviously we're always going to be looking for the fair value gaps that are going to be below. So in this case, we wouldn't have taken this trade. Obviously we could have taken a trade if we've gone to this fair value gap here, but at the end of the day, we haven't actually marked it out. And again, I didn't see it live. Obviously I did see this fair value gap live, but obviously I'm aiming for these ones down here. So things that happen, we don't take a trade this day. Not taking a trade is a winning day as well, because we haven't lost any money. And now we just need to mark this level down here. There we go. And mark this high here above. And let's see how this one performs. So let's see if we get another winning trade. We're starting to nearly go into a break even again. So we do need something to happen. Otherwise we are going to be stuck. Okay, check this out. Check this out. The price has come above, wicked out. And now we're going to be basically looking for the price to break this level here. If it breaks this level, we can start looking for opportunities. Here we've got the fair value gap. It hasn't closed below. It is closed below. Perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. And now we have a fair value gap basically from here to here. And let's see if the price comes back to trigger this fair value gap. If not, we are going to be out for the day. So it looks like it's not going to. We're coming to the end of the day, and well, this trade wasn't possible, unfortunately, but that's fine. That's fine, because we're just going to mark out the next day and this little low there, and there we go. Let's see if we get any interactions with these highs and lows. Okay, it looks like it's going to be an inner day where the price doesn't break out the low or the high, so we're just going to update this down here, bringing this down there. And let's go with the next trade, of course. Let's go with the next trade and see how this one performs. Okay, we have a breakout. And what we're looking now is this high up here to actually confirm that it's going to come back in. Let's see if it doesn't crumble down exactly like I thought it was going to do. Okay, that things happens. It's what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We can't expect a winning trade every day. We can't expect to trade every day with this trading strategy. At the end of the day, we depend a lot on the highs or the lows of the previous day. And if it has been really extended or whatever, then at the end of the day, it's what happens. But let's see if we get any more trades over here. Okay, in this case, it looks like it's going to be another in a day. So yeah, that's exactly what has happened. So basically, we just have to mark again our low, our high, and let's continue looking for our trading day. Okay, there we go. We have a breakout, and ooh, this is looking interesting. This is looking really interesting. Let's see what happens here. So basically, this is the push that's come out, and this is the actual low that we're going to be looking at for the price to confirmate our entry again. Let's see if we get any price action on this. Okay, it's just continuing higher, and that is completely fine. So it looks like we're going to go to another lower day. Hey, that's fine. That's completely fine. We've been trading for 20 days, and we have done a total of how many trades? How many trades have we done? 4 trades in basically 20 days. Not a lot of trades, to be honest, but at the end of the day, this type of strategies, it just works like that. We can't do anything about it. If you decide to trade this trading strategy, you're preferably looking at different assets at the same time to actually see which one gets better setups, more than just trading on one single trade. And as well, you can actually do this in Forex Tester Online, because in layouts, you can basically select maybe if you want 4 layouts and trade 2 assets at the same time, like the pound against the dollar and gold maybe, and all the analytics are going to be grouped up, so you can actually see how they perform together. So if you want to test that out as well, you can do it. But what we are going to test out is see if it breaks this low here, because this is the one that's actually caused this breakout, and we're going to be interested in that. Okay, it's gone higher, and this one here is still in our zone, so basically we can take this one as valid. Anything above is a bullshit. There we go. Okay, this looks like something interesting. The price did close below here, and once it's closed, we can see that we have a nice fair value gap just here waiting for us to actually enter a trade there. Let's see if it actually pushes up. It does push up, but as well, we can see that it's gone really close to our probable stop loss. So let's see if we actually, no, sorry, I need to add it here. Okay, there we go. And in this case, it's going to be a sell. So I just add this there, and our stop loss as always is going to be above this high, and the take profit is going to be at the previous day low. So this one's a 1% risk, and there we go. So basically now we are looking to go to this level down here. So our take profit is going to be to risk reward of 1 to 6. So let's see if we, nope, okay. After seeing this first candle, the second candle was quite intimidating, and the fourth one just destroyed us. So yeah, that's what happens. This is the reality of trading. Okay, it's at the end of the day, it's not that this strategy is actually bad. This is the reality of most trading strategies. So we don't get perfect setups, we don't get setups every day, and this is why we need to backtest all the strategies before we actually even attempt to take him to a demo account, because at the end of the day, we can be wasting a lot of time. But in any case, what we're going to do, mark our high. There's our high. Where's our low? Where's our low? There's our low. Perfect. And our low is sitting just there. Perfect. There we go. So let's see if we get any interactions with these highs or low. We do. We do. And this is a quite close market structure level. That is this one just here. So let's see if we get any break above again. Okay, it's a break above. And again, look at that fair value gap. This is what stay there, boy. I want it here, not on that side. Okay, there we go. This is a nice big fair value gap, and we could have some nice entry here. Let's see if we get lucky, and let's take this away. I didn't want that one. And let's see if we get a nice interaction. Okay, so basically we're going to place our buy, place it just there. Stop loss as always, just a bit below the low, and take profit is going to go right above. Just place this order there. Let's drag our take profit right up to here, so virtually a 1 to 7 risk reward. And let's see the outcome of this trade. We can see that obviously it's gone in positive. We're already sitting above basically a risk reward of 1 to 1. So let's see if we can get any higher. Oh, this is looking good, guys. This is looking good. Check this one out. Okay, oh, it's coming down again. No, how much did it get up to? We're talking about it actually reached a 1 to 4 risk reward. I mean, who hell doesn't protect the position after that? Let's see how it continues up. Maybe we're lucky. Ooh, it's not looking good at all, man. That's not looking good at all. We're coming to a rollover, and we'll be closing out the rollover basically with the 0.5 to 1 risk reward after actually getting up to a 1 to 4 risk reward that we actually needed, because we are so close to break even. But like I say, if you want a bigger backtest of this, obviously let me know. I could do like 100 trades or something like that, like really big data backtest, so you can actually see more analytics, because at the end of the day, this if I do 100 trades here, we're probably going to be sitting here till next week, and obviously that's not the idea of this video. I mean, I'm sure YouTube would love a weekly long video, but I don't think you guys have so much time to watch it, so we could resume it more in a smaller video. But let's see if we get any more trades here. Okay, what is this? What's happened here? So it's actually come to this level, but honestly, would this be valid? I mean, would this actually be valid? Let's think of it. Let's brainstorm together. Drop me in the comments what you think about this one. So here it's actually touched the level and it's come back up. So this here is our market structure level that we need to break through. So at the end of the day, it doesn't look really no. Now I think there's no chance here, because at the end of the day it needs to break this level here. So we have smoked some weed here, so no problem about that. So basically the price has gone up, gone to the moon, and left us behind. It's a shame it actually touched the level and went above. I mean, that's how you can see the actual power of this type of strategies. But let's see if we get any more trades. Okay, there we go. So let's see what we can do here. Let's see if we get a price breakthrough. Perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. That's exactly what we want to see. But the price hasn't actually dropped below this level, so we're still not going to be entering a trade. We're not going to look for anything yet. Price has gone to the moon. Fortunately, we weren't in any type of trade, so that is always a good sign. And it looks like it's not going to come back home. So it's, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we thought was going to happen. So hey, this is what happens most of the time with these type of trading strategies. We don't have too many opportunities, and that's the reality. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just the reality of trading, especially when we're trading these type of levels. Okay, what have we got here? Price has gone through the roof, but as well we have a really expansive movement here. We're looking at this low here, so basically we are not going to be entering this trade, probably because it's probably not going to reach down there. We're coming to rollover and we can call that a day. So basically we're just going to update again our low and our high, just like that. But let's see what happens. Let's see if we get anything interesting this day. The levels are quite close, so I can expect some movement. There we go. Okay, we got some movement there. We'll be looking at this level here to actually confirmate this, but the price looks like it's never going to come back again. So it's a shame. At the end of the day, we could have had some nice opportunities there, but shit happens. And like I say, this is the only thing that I don't like of these type of strategies, that you don't get many trades a day. And when you do get trades, they are good potential trades. They have high risk reward. But obviously we are going to be looking at a low win rate, because that's how the market works. If you got a high risk reward, you're going to have a low win rate. If you got a high win rate, you're going to have a low risk reward. That's as simple as that. There's always going to be small variations, like 10, 15% above or below, but it's always going to follow this rule. So let's see if we can get another, at least a trade on this trading day. So this would be the high, this is going to be the low. Quite close together, so we could see some nice interactions here. Let's see if we get anything interesting. Okay, we've got a push out, and this push out comes from this low there. So let's see if we get anything interesting happening here. Okay, it did go below, but it hasn't closed. Now it's closed. This is something interesting. Now it's closed, and as well, I've made a mistake here. I've made a mistake, ladies and gentlemen. I went too far deep in, and we actually did have a trade here, because this pushed even higher. This candle, oh, it didn't close below, so I actually didn't miss this one out then. Oh, no, I haven't, because it actually didn't close below. Okay, I thought it was my bad, but no, it actually didn't close below. But we are looking now at this fair value gap there, because now the price is confirmed. This fair value gap comes down to here, and now we'll see if the price comes back to it. Oh no, it's gone completely down. Oh no. Okay, hey, it's come up, it's come up, it's come up, it's come up. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's see if we can actually get something here. Because honestly, I'm quite desperate now for an actual entry, to be honest, because we've been a few days without any entries. I mean, we need to pay bills, we need to buy food. So we need some trades. We need our good trades. So let's place take profit right down here. Okay, risk reward of 1 to 4. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this reaction. Oh, that is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. And I think we're going to leave this backtest here. We've been a complete month through January of 2026. The shame is we haven't made too many trades. We can see actually the equity chart here that obviously we did have this drawdown here. Shameless that we didn't actually add any type of break even, but that's fine. Our win rate just now is sitting at 43%. If we would add some type of trailing stop break evens, that could actually lift this win rate as well. And we made a total of 7 trades in the entire month. At the end of the day, a month has got 20 trading days, so more or less half of the days. So that is not too bad. We can see we have a 0.28 trades per day, and obviously trades per month 7. So it doesn't look bad at all. We can see that obviously the exit optimizer doesn't have enough data to actually find us a good optimization here. There's only 7 trades, but we can see how actually this trading strategy works and if it actually will be interesting for you. And as always, I would love to know your opinion back down in the comments. Tell me what you think about this strategy, if you've tried it out, and if you did try it out in Forex Tester Online, please drop me a comment down below and tell me the results that you've achieved. So as always, I hope you've enjoyed the video. My name is Jack, and I'll see you next time.